Die nackte Stadt.
Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
So, Morphien ist wieder im Spiel und die Mordkommission hat uns zur Hilfe gerufen. Dann schauen wir mal, wie wir ihnen helfen können und untersuchen den neuen Fall. So, jetzt müssen wir erstmal wieder hier rausfinden.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Jetzt bin ich schon wieder falsch rausgegangen. Unser Polizeiwagen steht auch da hinten irgendwo. Aber ich fahr nicht.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Ja, ich muss nochmal die Akten durchgehen. Ein bisschen Büro machen im Auto.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Ich bin mal gespannt. Weil in den vorhergehenden Teilen hat man ja gesehen, dass das Morphien immer noch da ist. Das damals gestohlen worden ist. Also immer noch im Umlauf ist. So, genug gequatscht.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Okidoki. Sechster Stock. Zwei. Ach, die Amis zählen ja falsch rum, ne? 3. Da ist das Erdgeschoss, ist ja auch schon ein Stock. Was hat er gesagt? Oh, ich hab schon wieder vergessen. Apartment 6 oder 6. Stock? Apartment 6, oder? Ich hab gedacht, ich muss jetzt 6 Stockwerke hoch. Apartment 6. Oh, wenn ich einmal aufpassen wird. Da ist Apartment 6.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with this?
Get away.
Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Ja, da sind wir wieder auf alte Bekannte getroffen. Bevor wir die Putzprobe fahren, schauen wir uns als erstes mal das Opfer an und anschließend gucke ich mir die Wohnung an.
We've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest.
Was sind das für Wunden?
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Schwarzer Saphir. Was sind das für Flecke?
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Kopf.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a
Die
trail of
Bissspuren?
barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos? She's something else.
Yes,
Not sure this means much.
Miss Julie was.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and
Dann schauen wir mal auf die Garderobe oder die Vitrine da. Ist nichts. Was ist hier?
Julie, she always
Was fotografierst
had
du?
so much fire. So much drive. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear.
Quality English smoking jacket.
There.
I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
It's okay.
Tabletten. Na, mit.
Looks like barbiturates.
Barbiturate. Das Bett ist zerwühlt. Schächtelchen. Noch mehr.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Klappert doch was. Kapsel nach der Mahlzeit einmal täglich 20 Kapseln. Dr. Stoneman.
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Scheint tablettensüchtig gewesen zu sein. Schlaftabletten und Aufputschmittel.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Nichts.
Could have been a modeling assignment.
Design Hollywood Boulevard. Ich arbeite den 11 bis 16 Uhr, leisten mir doch Gesellschaft. Julia. Frag noch Miss Randall.
It's a place to start.
Okay.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Halt. Hä? Konnte man da jetzt noch was machen? Klar. Leer. Gut. Dann zu. Küche, was ist hier noch? Schöpfkelle.
Nope.
Nudelholz.
Optimistic, Cole.
Dampfbügeleisen.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Gut. Jetzt wollen wir die Hinweise durchgehen. Morphium, Selbstmord, Saphirring, 2 Verdächtige, Herrenhausjacke, Schlaftabletten, Penicillin, Rezept, Modeljob. Ich hoffe, das langt für die
I'm
Befragung.
Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Beziehung zum Opfer.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Komm, Mädle, sag die Wahrheit.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Also, war ungeduldig.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Ja, das ist eine Lüge. Da hinten hängt eine Herrenjacke.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Ja, und die Jacke? Die hat sie sich zum Spaß gekauft. Weil sie gern mit einer Herrenhausjacke rumrennt.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Jo. 2 von 3 richtigen Fragen. 2 richtige Fragen von 3 möglichen beantwortet.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Jo. Phelps gibt an,
You
was zu
think
tun
Carruthers
ist.
called it right? He rarely gets it wrong. I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Da ist auch eine Morphinspritze drin. Genau, das haben wir doch gesucht. Ja, und das ist das Dreckszeug, was damals verschwunden ist im großen Stile.
Given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Ist hier draußen noch irgendwas? Da ist unser Wagen. Gut, dann gehen wir mal zum Wagen.
You can drive.
Where are we going?
Zu der Luxusdamenboutique als erstes.
Bukowski, Galloway,
Oder
quite
hätte
a little
ich...
reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing out his lunch.
Die Sprüche, herrlich. Ein Kleidungsgeschäft für Damen.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
Jo.
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Das ist doch derselbe Saphirring, oder?
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Kann sein.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Und der Mr. Henderson?
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Hat dieser Mr. Henderson Doppelleben geführt?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
can't believe it. She was so full of life.
So. Schauen wir uns als erstes mal die Orte an, wo wir als nächstes hinfahren sollen. Also ich vermute im Moment, dass dieser Henderson Doppelleben führt. Und wir werden als nächstes zu Dr. Stoneman fahren. Aber was wir da erleben werden, das erfahrt ihr im nächsten Teil. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal.